Salam, and welcome back to Figuring Out Life. Today's subject is the DNA and its correlation with your subconscious mind. The DNA is a memory carrier. It's like a USB stick that you keep on adding memory on based on your conditioning and your evolvement and your experiences in life, and then you carry it on, you give it to the next generation. So me and my wife, based on everything we learn and acquire in our lives, we give this USB stick, memory stick, to the next generation. That's why kids nowadays are learning to be how delicate with touchscreens and other electronics. That's because their parents have passed this on to them. Me and you, we're not freaked out of fire. You don't see a baby freaking out of fire when it first sees it, although that's supposed to be the ultimate hell. But we've also learned that it's our friend. It gives us warmth. It's very important for us in our lives. The DNA is physically available in your lower backbone. We are now 8 billion people. At some point we were 800 people. We were 8, 4, 2. The first two, we have their memory physically in our lower backbone. It's there. And the DNA doesn't get deleted. It may get altered, but it doesn't get deleted. We have the memory of the very beginning. We just need to remember. And if you manage to remember the beginning, you will have a flawless DNA composition. We now understand that I can carry diseases from my parents based on DNA. And that's true. But that's because when you're still a fetus, the DNA gives your subconscious mind the programming based on the past. And your subconscious mind starts developing everything in you, including the diseases. However, we have the power to alter this because we also have the memory of the very beginning factory defaults. The DNA gives your subconscious mind, when you're still a fetus, the programming of what to develop. That's why we look like our relatives. Your subconscious is what builds you, and it takes that orders from the DNA. Now, past 7 years old, me and you have the power to change this because we also have the memory of the very beginning of the factory defaults. So even the diseases we carry, that's a belief. I believe that I carry diseases based on DNA. That belief can change. If you go to the root of that belief, you can simply change it. It depends all on your thoughts. Because now, past 7 years old, if you're older than 7, your subconscious is now listening to you. It took its programming originally from the DNA, but now you are its captain. It's under your control. You can choose to believe what you want. And you can also go and dig deeper, like we said in the past episode, into the roots of your belief and see, wait, where are these coming from? You see families who, a certain father has a certain DNA issue, but then one child or maybe 2 children won't have that issue. That's because they didn't believe that they will have this problem. And that is pretty much the secret of the DNA, other than the scientific ones we know, obviously. So, a wrap up. A DNA is a memory carrier. It's a USB stick that you carry on to the next generation. So it's also very important for parents to realize what is it that I'm acquiring and what is it that I'm going to pass on? What fears, what strengths am I going to pass on to my children next? And your subconscious, they took its original orders from the DNA. Whether the environment affected them, the beliefs affected them, whatever it is, you have this power in you simply by thought to actually change everything because now you're the captain of your subconscious mind. See you next week.